Hello, I'm Andy Gladwin. Since we spoke last on the Heist DVD, I've made quite a few changes to the routine and I wanted to share them with you. So the first one I've changed is the hookup for the pull. I now actually use these suspenders or braces. Obviously I wouldn't wear this outfit, but I just put these on to show you. So that the magnet just attaches to the metal parts of the bottom of the braces. The magnet has two sides on it. You can feel the two sides. One is completely flat, the other one has a small bump on it. It's the bump side that you want to put onto the braces. That way the watch will attach to the right side. Otherwise it would polarize and it would get very awkward. So that's there. And by the way, if you don't wear braces, you can put this on a belt, or I'm going to show you another way in a second. But now when I remove the envelope, my hand naturally goes to the side, and naturally I just put my hand there and I just pull it off like that. So it's very easy this way, and there's no misdirection required. I do it as I remove the envelope. The next change I've made is as I put the watch into the envelope and do the ditch, I actually get to show it one last time, and then I get to put it back in, and the vanish is ready to go because the watch is no longer in the envelope. This is a really subtle idea, and I think it could be applied to many other vanishes in Magic, because what it is a little hidden piece. This is the same watch strap as you get supplied, but we've had it cut just a short piece. I applied either some double stick tape, or I normally use wax, put that on the back, and that goes into the envelope on the back wall of the envelope like this, and that just happily sits there the whole time. You now put the envelope back in your pocket, and by the way, if you don't wear a belt or braces, you can also attach the magnet straight to that metal piece in the envelope. So now when you remove it, you can do, just as Jack's handling, you can attach the watch to the magnet that way as well. So many options there. So you do the vanish, goes into the jacket, you show that piece, and you stick it back down. Now we move on to the ring. This is a fun part here. You put the ring inside the envelope, goes in like this, but immediately you're able to steal it back out. I'll show you the exact thing. So this goes in, and the steal is like this, and it's back on. So it's very quick. I do it in my presentation, as you've seen. I say, what 3 objects did I place inside the envelope? Just as they're answering, I then load the ring back on my finger. And the reason I can do that is because this ring is a PK ring, which is a magnetic ring. That means when I go down, I'm actually attaching it to the back of the envelope. It's sticking to the metal that's on the other side. The magnet is attracting, which means I can load it on really easily. I'll turn around so you can see. So as the guy's answering that I placed the 3 objects inside, I just put my finger straight inside the ring and I pull it away like that. So there's no misdirection required. It's such a smooth move, there's nothing fancy going on. I just put my hand down and up and I'm ready. Now I rip up the envelope. So at this stage the envelope, it looks kind of fat deliberately so that people think there's stuff inside. I pull to flatten it. I now tear the envelope in half. Because of the piece, I'll stick it on the outside so you can see. The piece is roughly about here. So that means now when I tear the envelope in half, obviously it would normally be inside. This is the tear I do. It goes in half. So at this point the piece is still hidden inside. I put them together, putting the part of the envelope without the piece on it in front, and now I tear again. So if I move this to the front just so you can see what's happening to the piece, I tear here. So the piece is still hidden inside the envelope. They go like this, and I just screw them up and drop them to the floor, which means that the piece is now completely hidden inside the envelope. No one's ever going to suspect that. That goes onto the floor, which I'll pick up later so I can reuse the piece, and then I can just do the reproduction. So at this point, unlike the other handlings that we've taught you, the ring is on very early. You don't have to put it on down by your side, but don't worry about it. Nobody's really looking at that point, so you still get just as much reaction when you show that the watch is still on your wrist and the ring is on your finger and the money is back in the wallet. So that's an additional handling that you can use. When I do the trick in a walk-around environment, I don't use the extra piece. Instead, I just use the misdirection. It's very easy to misdirect a group of people standing around you, and I don't want to be walking around picking up the envelopes and taking out the metal piece for the reset. But every other version, so when I'm doing a parlor performance or a stage performance, I always use that metal piece. It comes shipped in your package, and hopefully you enjoy that version. I think this idea of having that extra piece could be applied to so many other vanishes. So once again, thanks for purchasing Heist. I think Jack Wise has done a fantastic job of coming up with this method, and I hope you enjoyed my presentation and a few handling bits that I've shared here and on the Heist DVD. Hope to see you again soon. Goodbye.